Good evening and welcome to Warrior Run High School as the Warrior Run defenders take on the Danville Ironmen. My name is Brian Starr with the correct bets, and we're about to get underway. Back deep for Danville, who will receive number 41, that is Richard Yost, and number 82, I believe, Earl Lynn. Kicking for Danville is number 24, Chris Higgins, and Higgins gets his foot into it. Little mix-up. Number 26 ends up with the football. He'll bring it up the field and take it out of bounds about the 36-yard line. Tony Fakara on the return. And Greg, you have any words to begin this ball game?
Look for Danville to establish the run early, then try to open up with Coombe throwing the Lumpkin deep, perhaps.
Okay, for Danville, we've got Bill Coombe at quarterback, Pete Ackerman in the slot, Sean Lumpkin out at split end. He's got Walters and Brent, the Big John Brent, in the backfield. The handoff is to number 48, John Brent, right up the middle. Pickup of about, well, I'd give that about 3 yards, 4 maybe.
On the play, good penetration by the Warrior defense, but Brent just got hit at the line of scrimmage and on his own effort got 4 yards.
Brent can push people. Coombe brings him back up. Hand off to the second man through Walters. And he's got yardage, looks like for a first down. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside midfield.
Danville offensive line early here in the first 2 plays seems to be blowing Warrior Run, a smaller Warrior Run team off the ball. And that could lead to a big day for the running backs for the Ironmen.
We saw that last week, or I did, in Milton, where Milton was able to run all over Warrior Run. A game closer than the score indicated, though, from our vantage point. Coombe's going to keep it and looking for his receiver. He's, Lumpkin upended, as touched and immediately turned upside down.
Great play by Chris Higgins. Came in, separated Lumpkin from the ball with a hit the knees and just spun him upside down.
Highlight film action there. Ackerman is out. And is that 35? 35, Tony Fakara in. Quick play over the middle, and that's first down yardage.
Randy Huber on the catch, and on that play, what they did, they had man-to-man coverage with the corners on the split end Lumpkin out there. Just found a halfback out of his slot, right down his all seam, and he had enough yards for the first down.
Got 10:42 to go here in the first quarter. Warrior Run at Danville, no score, and Danville moving the ball well on its first drive, this first drive of the game. Walters in motion. Handoff goes to Brent, and he bulls up the middle for near 5.
Just again, the Danville offensive line getting off the ball, and a lot of running room in there for Brent. Good tackle on the play, though, to stop it only a 5-yard gain.
Coombe brings his men up. Brent Walters in the backfield. He's got Lumpkin split out to the right. Walters in motion. And he's looking for Lumpkin. A little stunner move over the middle. They've got him again and brought down after first down yardage.
That was a fine call there. They brought Walters in motion out of the backfield, and Lumpkin had double coverage on the play. So what happened is when Walters came over, Lumpkin cut in quickly, and he was wide open for the little in pattern and got the first down off the pass.
First and 10 for Danville from about the 20-yard line. Walters in motion again. Right up the middle for Brent. Got about 2 out of that.
Good penetration on the play that time by Rob Rovinault for the Warriors. He stopped Brent after a gain of about 3 or 4. He was on the initial hit.
Ackerman out, And Huber in this time. They did a little bit of shifting when we first saw Danville. It's kind of a play in, play out. Coach sending the plays in from the sidelines for Danville. And bring this straight up. It's the second man through, and he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. Walters gets very little. Vargo on the tackle there.
Vargo played that very well from the linebacker position, came right in, met Walters at the line of scrimmage, and Walters spun away and was able to get about 2 or 3 yards. Good penetration though by a linebacker to read that play.
Ackerman back in. It'll be 3rd and 1 for Danville. And the quarterback keeper, he might have got it on the lean.
That time the defensive line didn't allow that penetration by the Ironman offensive line, push him off the ball, and they're able to push Coombe back, and he's going to be very close. I think we got to measure though.
Timeout is for the measurement. It's a bit nippy here this evening up on the roof. Seems to be our spot, Jerry, our spotter this evening, blowing his hands, and he's just as chilly as we are, but it's crowded. There's a lot of people up here. We'll stay warm. They did manage a first down out of that, and Walters bouncing off left tackle, picking up just a few. Stom on the tackle for the Warrior Run defenders. We've still got no score with 7:41 left to go. It'll be 2nd and 6 for Danville.
Warriors are doing a much better job of controlling the line of scrimmage right now with their defensive line, making it a lot tougher for the Ironmen to gain yardage on the ground.
And the Danville cheerleaders exhorting the men on the field. Flag is called. Might have been too much time. Danville was having a little trouble with that their first game of the year. And they just lined up off sides, Greg.
Looked like the left tackle just lined up a little bit in front of the ball, perhaps, and that's why the penalty moves Danville back outside their own 10-yard line. Gives them a little bit more room if they want to try a pass pattern here, though.
Things slowing down a bit for Danville now on the ground, and with that penalty, they'll need to get a little momentum back. Walters in motion once again. It's another throw, and he had Lumpkin open on that quick pass.
That again was that same play we saw earlier with Walters coming in motion out of the backfield, and Lumpkin with a little stutter step move to the inside, was open. Coombe just unable to get him the ball. That could have gone for a touchdown with a good throw.
Owen Lynn bringing the play in, and Lumpkin will jog out, taking a breather on that last near miss. Coombe brings the Ironman up. Walters in motion again. Counter play. With Huber on the carry.
And a nice play there. They sent Walters in motion again. Same setup we saw in the last play before that. And then they cut the slot back, which was Huber, inside sort of inside reverse, and he got shut down before getting to the goal line. Looks like Rob Hahn will come in to try a field goal for the Ironmen.
This will be their first attempt at points of the game. 6:34 left in this first quarter, and Hahn's going to try and put it through. Lumpkin on the hold. And that is through. It's 3-0. Danville, a 25-yard field goal for Mr. Hahn.
We saw him against North Schuylkill. He won the game with about 38 seconds left on a field goal, and he just showed on that kick. He could have made that from about 35 to 40 yards away. One of the better high school kickers you'll see in the area.
And those types of things you don't see a whole lot of in high school football. It's not a big demand for the kicker. Last week or rather 2 weeks ago, excuse me, in the Milton game, they were running most of their extra points in for the 2, of course. Back deep to receive for the Warrior Run defenders on this kickoff will be Chris Higgins and Jamie McLaughlin. And number 68, Robbie Hahn, also. Or rather, Hahn will be kicking off for Danville. And he gets a line drive into it. Bobbled initially. And Higgins bringing it right up the middle. And he'll get out to about the 35. Wright brought him down. Ernie Wright for the Ironmen, number 91.
Good return right up the seam there. Danville stayed in his lanes, but they just got a good solid wall in front of him for the run back, and he got out to the 35-yard line, giving the Warrior Run defenders good field position to start their first series.
When I last saw Warrior Run, they used a lot of ground action from Higgins and McLaughlin, and they were able to move the ball long enough for quarterback Tim Cook to put the ball in the air. And he's got a fine arm. He's going to go to the air immediately on first down. He's got Higgins, and Higgins on the move. He's going to get into the secondary, and he could have broken that all the way. There's a flag on the play. Rich Yost, this free safety, brought him down finally in the backfield. And as I said, there is a flag.
I believe it's going to be a face mask call on Yost. It's the only way he's able to get Higgins down. Personal foul, face mask is the penalty. That'll be another 15 yards against the Ironmen, and Warrior Run comes out quickly. Nice play on that. Great throw by Cook. He showed a big leg arm there to get in the little out pattern.
Warrior Run's malady has been, so far, that I could tell, is 2 weeks ago, penalties, miscues, things like that. But in one play, they're down the field here, and they can score pretty much in a hurry if they want to. Mix up in the backfield, there's your miscue. But Cook will be able to fall on the fumble.
Nice play by Brian Brady, the inside linebacker, came right through, separated the running back from the ball, and then Danville had a chance to fall on the ball. I think it was Randy Huber who had the chance for the recovery. Tried to pick it up instead of just falling on it, and he wasn't able to gain control, and Cook gets it back for the Warrior Run team.
In the backfield with Cook is, see if they're running a full house on this play. They do run a full house with Higgins, McLaughlin, and ball's loose again. Silvani usually spends some time in the backfield also.
Again, that was not a fumble. They blew the wrist, they blew the play dead, but no yardage at all there. The Danville defensive line just shut things down.
Brings up a 3rd and 16.
That'll bring up a 3rd and 18. Cook will bring him up. Another miscue. That time they tried to give the ball to McLaughlin right up the middle, and they're just not holding on to it. Danville with the recovery.
Brian Brady coming up with the fumble recovery. It was just handed that ball away by Warrior. Simple handoff from the running back, just didn't grab it, just did not cradle it into the stomach like he should and just let it slip right out.
Once again, execution being the Warrior Run defenders' downfall from, well, play number 2 of the game. Things have been shaky for them. Kuhn brings up the offense. Once again, Waller's in motion. And he's going to have to run with it. A busted play, and there's a flag down about the 40-yard line, maybe a clip.
I think it's going to be on number 83, Randy Huber, the penalty if it is against Danville. What happened was Kuhn came out, he was looking for Lumpkin on a little cut-in pass again. Quarterback did a nice job of cutting it off, and Kuhn had nobody to throw to, so he just turned it up and ran himself. And it looks like it might be against Warrior Run, the way they're moving back.
It is holding against Warrior Run. That'll march the ball 15 yards closer to the goal. Danville leads at 3-0 here with 3:34 left in the first quarter of play.
Once again, the Ironmen down deep now inside of Warrior Run territory, looking to put more points on the board.
1st and 10 from the 44. Big hole for Walters. He'll come up with 10, 11 maybe in a first down there.
Just a big hole. Nice block by Johnny Brent to spray him the fullback. He was a lot of running in there and a first down for the Ironmen.
Chris Higgins brought him down on the tackle. Second short one. I overestimated Danville. The give is to Walters, and this time it's a first down.
Not a lot of running. We had just had a little crack and was able to pick up 2 or 3 yards there to gain the first down.
That side of the line seems to be a pretty good place to go, Greg.
Danville has a pretty big offensive line compared to Warrior Run's defensive line. They just seem to be knocking them back off the ball there, and that seems to be where Danville likes to go. They're going to be on the big tight end, Keith Millard.
Going to the air. He's got his man just overthrew him. Lynn was the intended receiver.
And Coon just overthrew him there. That's all it was. Lynn had a nice pattern and was open. And if the ball was there, we'd go for a score for the Ironmen.
John Brumble, I believe, on the coverage for Warrior Run in that instance. The Bugs are joining us up here on the roof. Handoff goes right up the middle.
That was Johnny Brown to carry the fullback. There was really nothing there. He just lowered his head and dove forward for about 2 or 3 yards. Good defense by the line of Warrior Run.
We'll bring up a third down and 7. Ackerman on his way out. And looks like Huber on his way in. We've got 2 minutes left here, under 2 minutes in the first quarter. It's 3-0 Danville. Danville looking to score once again after a Warrior Run fumble. And Coombs going to go to the air, and that was a little risky, Greg.
And a good defense there by Warrior Run. They put a lot of pressure on the quarterback. Coon came out and sort of had the option of whether to run or throw, and he saw a linebacker come up, take away the run, so he just tried to dish it off, but it was knocked down by number 86, Dan Flegler.
Fleer with a big hand up in there. Danville will take a timeout to try and organize this drive. It's bringing up a 4th down for them. And what's going to happen? You've got a big foot in Rob Hahn. He could come in there and, well, it might be a bit out of his range.
That's about a 45-yarder from where they are now. If you're late in the if this were like second quarter and you wanted to go into halftime with more points, might as well try it down this deep. The first quarter, go for it. If you don't make it, your defense could probably stop them. Hopefully, that's what you think, and you have to just bank on that.
Or maybe Warrior Run could dish the ball over again, too. Coach John Wiley briefing the Ironmen on what's going to transpire in the next play.
A couple of more corrections on the program. Number 53 is Jason Fitt. Number 73 is Derek Hack.
Coombe has Lumpkins split out to the right, and they're going to be going for it.
4th down. 4th and about 7.
Huber in motion to the left. Coombe looking back. He's got a screen set up, and this could go for some distance. John Brent, not enough for the first down, but a pretty good play. I wouldn't have been looking for that if I was Warrior Run.
Fine play by the defense of Warrior Run to read that. When it first developed, looked like, and it was enough for a first down, but still, when it first developed, looked like Brent may go all the way in. He had 4 linemen in front of him, and he's a hard-charging running back. As soon as he got that pass, there was nobody within 15 yards of him, and a good call by Coach Wiley.
So there was a first down. Walters in motion to the left. And the handoff is Brent just kind of diving forward to catch his own fumble. And picked up about 2 more on it.
Not a clean handoff by Coon that time. Held up a little high, it bounced off Johnny Brett's shoulder pads, and he just dove through, making a sort of a diving catch off a pass, really, as it hit his shoulder pads and bounced out forward.
Got under a minute left to go here in the first quarter. It's 3-0 Danville. The Ironmen leading the Warrior Run defenders from Warrior Run High School Stadium. And timeout called by Danville once again. Coach Wiley wants to maybe pull something else out of the bag of tricks. That's 42 seconds left in the first quarter. The timeout is called.
And that was Billy Coon that time. He really saw the defense come up and didn't know what audible to call. Looked back to the coach, and coach just told him to call a timeout. It's the second one in the first quarter, though, and you really don't like to waste those timeouts so early. But in that situation, you don't want to just screw up right there. And you almost had a turnover on the last play. You don't want to turn the ball over this deep where you get points.
Then Mr. Coombs got things straightened out. Warrior Run taking this opportunity to get a breather, too.
And you got to credit the Warrior Run defense for that time. They came up, looked like a little blitz situation, and they got Coon a little confused as he came out of the huddle and didn't know what to call, and that forced the timeout.
Ball on the 15-yard line, I think it's the 14-yard line.
On second 6, Walters is in motion once again. And this time, Brent gets the handoff cleanly, and he'll be down near the 5. Bill Michael on the tackle for Warrior Run.
Big hole that time for Brett to run through, opened up by the center, Darren Hack, and a big hole right in the middle. Blew the defensive nose tackle off the ball, and just big yardage for the Ironmen.
And we got first and goal from the 6-yard line for Danville. Coombe takes a while to get that one off, and he's going to run it in himself. He's going. Nice play. Touchdown. Sean Lumpkin. Coombe looked like he wanted to run it, decided to throw. Correct?
Almost like an option play, sort of. Lumpkin went out to the little curl pattern to the corner, and then came back to the flag in the right corner of the end zone. And what Coombe did, he sprinted out to the left, had the option to run or throw. Saw everybody come up for the run. Lumpkin was wide open and just drilled the ball into him.
It was Steve Cope on the late coverage for Warrior Run. Hahn will begin to attempt the extra point as it stands. Got 9 seconds left in the quarter. We've got 9-0 right now. Danville over Warrior Run. Lumpkin puts it down, and through goes the ball. It's 10-0.
And if Danville's going to be able to capitalize on those turnovers all night, it could be a long night for the Warrior Run offense unless they hold on to the ball.
It was 2 weeks ago. When Warrior Run can get something going, especially through the air, it almost looks like they can't be stopped. But they've got to hold on to that football. Back deep to receive for Warrior Run is number 24, Chris Higgins once again. Jamie McLaughlin's also back there deep. And we're looking for the number. John Brumbaugh also to return. Hahn gets his foot into another line drive over the head of McLaughlin. And this is going to bounce down around the 1-yard line where Higgins will pick it up. And all of his own volition, own effort on that moves out. Was brought down by Ernie Wright once again.
There's a line ball back there on the ball. Never was touched by anybody, but it's the same as an onside kick. Once it goes 5 yards, be able to recover the ball. And nobody picked it up. You got to pick it up at the 3-yard line, then there was nowhere to go. And Danville has Warrior Run trapped back deep in their own territory to end the first quarter.
With a score 10-0 here at Warrior Run High School Stadium. Got the Danville Ironmen leading the Warrior Run defenders.
Very important now for the defenders to hold on to the football down this deep in their own territory. We saw Danville march 60 yards on that last drive after recovering a fumble. 20 yards is going to be nothing for this Ironman offense the way we've seen them playing tonight.
Cook will bring up the full house backfield of Higgins, McLaughlin, and Silvani.
Nowhere to go on that carry. The Danville defensive line of linebackers. Pete Ackerman made the tackle on McLaughlin, and it became about, he might have even lost a yard on that play as the linebackers and defensive end on the left side was in quickly to make the stop.
It'll be second and about 11 yards for the Warrior Run defenders. Third man through the hole this time. We know Chris Higgins, number 24, and they got some pretty fair yardage that time around, Greg.
They were about 2 or 3 on the play, and he had a nice hole off the left side. Seems like an explosive back if he can get outside the Danville containment. He could be trouble, as we saw on that pass play earlier in the game.
And Warrior Run a sort of a big play offense.
Got to look for Cook to throw here if he can get any kind of protection.
He's going to go for the, he's looking for number 24, Higgins. Lumpkin broke the pass up at number 36. Brian Evans also wandering around somewhere in there for Warrior Run. That'll bring up a third down.
He just overthrew the receiver there. Lumpkin went up and broke up the pass. If he would have intercepted, he wouldn't have gone anywhere. Danville had the ball up to about the 30-yard line. Now we have to wait for the punt and return it, but still should have very good field position after the kick.
Timmy Cook still showing a very good arm on that play. Got 10:41 left, and the punting unit will be out. Brumbaugh gets off a pretty fair punt. Yost takes the at the 45, and he'll be brought down at the 40, a 5-yard return.
And there's going to be a flag on the play. Little retaliation, late hit there by number 20 for Warrior Run. Looks like Brumbaugh. And it's going to be a personal foul against Warrior Run, I believe. And I'll move the ball 15 yards closer. Another mistake for the defenders, which they cannot afford.
That'll march it back 15 yards. And Danville first down and scoring position with the foot of Hahn. They'll start off from the Warrior Run 25-yard line.
And now even with that foul and the punt, if the ball had been intercepted, Danville would be in the same situation. You know, not a good play there by the defenders, and Danville are very close in. Warrior Run's just taking a timeout to talk things over.
Temperature dropping up here on the roof this evening, and a pretty good turnout though, crowd-wise, this evening. Coombe brings the Ironman up after that timeout. It's got a full house backfield. And it's Big John Brent right up the middle.
There's no way you're going to stop that play. They ran an unbalanced line. The center and a tackle on the left. They had a tackle on the left side. Everybody else was lined up on the line to the right side and just sent the big fullback right behind him. You're easily going to pick up 5 yards on a play like that. Not enough defensive personnel on that side to stop him.
Silvani brought John Brent down, but a gain of 4 on the play. And it'll be second down on the 21.
Here they go,
about that same play again, Brian.
Brand again on the carry.
Not quite as much this time, but that line's just driving forward.
Sort of like a short yardage offense. He's trying to establish the run, I'd expect. As well, on that time, they just had the center lined up with Kuhn behind him. They had the slot back right next to the center, and everybody else lined up to that side of the line. Look for possibly a mixed direction this time, coming back the other way.
Third down and 4.
It'll be 3rd down and 4 yards to go for Danville. Got 9:31 left in the first half of this ball game, and Danville leads it 10-0. Kuhn keeps it. Flag on the play. First down yardage, though.
Flag looks like it's in holding territory there. It might come back.
Bill Michael. County marker on the field. And against the Ironmen.
Holding on the Ironmen on that play, and they'll bring it back and try it again. They'll march them back to about the 27-yard line.
Third and about 12.
And it's 3rd and 12.
They didn't run the misdirection here like I thought they would. They had Kuhn just go behind there and pick up the first down yards. Comes back to the penalty. They may try and throw on this play.
Like to see that nice arm from Billy Kuhn. Full house backfield once again. And right up the middle goes that football. Brent fights for nearly a first down yardage. A lot of that on the second effort, a lot of it on his own.
Bill Michael.
Again, they ran the unbalanced line with only the slot back next to the center. He's just a bit short of the first down. Warrior Run's calling another timeout, trying to figure out a way to combat this. But you have that whole offensive line coming at you, and then the big fullback, about 185 pounds, right behind him, just charging into you. It's kind of tough to stop, and that's why Danville's picking up the big yardage on the ground right now.
Bill Michael and Chris Higgins on the stop for the Warrior Run defenders on the last play. Head coach Ted McFerrin calling timeout for Warrior Run. Try and figure out a way maybe to stop the Danville offense. It is 4th down. Danville will go for it.
Looking for the early kill, I believe, here. A touchdown here really puts the Warriors out of the ball game. It would be 17-0 in Danville. And then the way their defense is playing, they'd have to just pin their ears back and go up to the quarterback because Warrior Run probably have to throw to get back into the ball game.
Warrior Run can throw, though. We've seen that early on. Brent, right up the middle, more than enough for the first down.
What they did on that play is they just shifted everybody over to the left side. Now they had Coombe in the slot in the center and the slot back on the right side. Had Brent go behind him again. They had the yardage for the first down. Moving inside, Warrior Run's 20.
Down to about the 12-yard line will be first.
And Warrior Run will defend from the 12 this time, the Danville Ironmen. Brent, the real workhorse here, he just goes right up the middle once again.
They're doing the same thing, and if you're looking at it from a Warrior Run standpoint, you can't put more people over there and leave that corner open. They just have Coombe just take it and sprint out to that left side. There'll be, plenty of running room in the corner, and then you have to have the cornerback come up and stop. It's like a little option they could run, and Danville just has Warrior Run confused right now.
The power of a strong running game. Coombe calling the signals. And there's Brent. Probably, let's see, is it close enough for the first down? Nope, just short. That'll bring up a third, and well, we're going to measure it.
And again, they're just, lining the full house backfield up. Everybody shifted to the one side of the line and just putting that fullback right behind him, just pounding. And this is also going to wear down the Warrior Run defense. And Danville's looking to take the 17-0 lead right now.
check on the measurement. Not quite long enough. So we have a third down in just inches. And you've got to imagine that should not be too difficult at this point for the Danville Ironmen.
Third and short one. Ball about the 3-yard line or the
7:51 left here in the first half of this ball game. Still 10-0 Danville.
Lars in there or all in there?
Brad on the carry.
Boom. I'd call that a first down.
They got the first down, and Danville now have first and goal inside the 5-yard line. And I noticed on that play, when Warrior Run lines up, Higgins is still playing his cornerback position, even though Danville doesn't have any wide receivers or split ends in the ballgame. He's got to come up, lined up out where he is, except come up on the line and try and just blitz right in and try and get to the running back before he gets behind that big wall.
So first and goal for the Danville Ironmen. Backfield remains full house. Student body left. Brent walks into the end zone.
Well, if anybody was going to score in that drive, it had to be Johnny Brent. He was the workhorse throughout it, and Danville now has a commanding 16-0 lead on the strength of their running game.
Brent's just like a brick wall out there. Hahn will be on for the extra point.
All 25 yards on that drive were on the ground beyond that same formation, and it wasn't pretty, but it got the job done.
It's just kind of like driving it home and proving a point. Flag goes in the air. Hahn kicks that field goal distance.
Illegal procedure against Danville.
It'll be legal procedure on Danville, and they'll back Mr. Hahn up another 5 or so, 10. But judging from that last kick, he shouldn't blink at all.
Unless there's a bad snap or something, you never can tell in high school ball, but still, I mean, 25 yards away, he hit that one at least 40, 35 at the least.
From the 15.
Lumpkin will hold.
Snap is back.
Snaps good, set well.
And it's good.
Selah.
And with 7 minutes.
And he just drilled it again, and Danville leads 17-0. Really did get good penetration off the right corner here, but wasn't enough to get the kick blocked, and the Ironmen got the extra point through.
It is 17-0. The Danville Ironmen leading the Warrior Run defenders with just under 7 minutes left here in the first half of play. From Warrior Run High School, this is Brian Starler with Greg Betts, bringing you all the cold, cold evenings high school football entertainment. It'll be Brumbaugh, Higgins, and McLaughlin back once again to receive for Warrior Run.
Kicks off is Hahn.
And here comes the big foot of Hahn. Little line drive. He likes those line drives. So we picked up by Rick Silvani and brought down once again by Ernie Wright. He's been in on the last 3 tackles. A special team standout is right for Danville. The Warrior Run will start things off from about the 36-yard line. They're on 36.
Oh, yeah.
Cook on a little pitch to Higgins,
39-yard line.
and that generated about 4 yards. Cook's got back there in the backfield with him, John Brumbaugh and Chris Higgins and Rick Salvani.
3, picks up a second down and 7.
He's got John Brumbaugh out at split end. His tight end is Dan Flieger. He caught a pass or two 2 weeks ago against Milton. Got pretty good hands. And it looks like Warrior Run's probably going to have to go to the air.
The running game, that play would have worked there, except they pitched it too far in the backfield.
On the carry,
nowhere to go on that play, as we just saw. Looked like Jason fit right in there to meet the running back. He still got a yard when he fell forward. That'll bring up a 3rd and 5.
It's 3rd and 6. Warrior run right on the 40-yard line. Timmy Cook bringing the defenders up to the line. And he's going to throw, and he had number 40, McLaughlin, out on a slant pattern, but just overthrew him, Greg.
Again, that play, he was open. And the only problem was he didn't have enough time to get him the ball. Danville, a big rush on him, and it's going to force Warrior run to punt now on 4th down.
The Ironmen is Lynn, number 82, and Yost, number 41.
Lynn back to receive for the Ironmen on the punt, as well as Mr. Yost. And Brumbaugh gets off a pretty good punt. Yost will take it, and he's got some wiggle. He can get around the corner, and he's got blockers. He could go all the way on this. He is brought out of bounds by number 43, Roger Harriman, for the defenders. Harriman, but Yost almost took that one back the distance.
And if it wasn't for Harriman, he would have taken it the distance. Seemed like a little confusion on the catch of the punt. He ran into his own guy. Everybody from Warrior Run just went right to the middle of the field. Danville set up a beautiful roll on the left side, and a big return for the Ironmen gives them field position inside Warrior Run territory once again.
Player 2 will be ready for Mr. Hahn's foot, but the way they've been going, they could take it into the end zone this evening. Walters in motion once again to the left. And number 83, he's going to, brought down from behind. That was Earl Lynn on the reception. And he's brought down from behind. Rather, Huber, excuse me. Jamie McLaughlin brought him down from behind, but he was almost off to the races, Greg.
That play was set up by the last series that Danville ran when they just had that unbalanced line and ran all the time. Did the play action fake to right up the middle, and a little quick out to the slot back who was wide open in that seam right down the middle.
Danville really seemed to have control of this football game. Walters in the motion to the right. And Cook's going that way, just overthrown. Coon looking for Walters that time.
Walters won in motion out of the backfield like we've seen earlier he does. He went out, was wide open on the left side. Coon just delivered the ball on the wrong side, wrong shoulder. He threw it to the outside. Walters looking inside for it. If that ball's on the money, Danville has another touchdown.
It's 4:47 left to go here in the first half. It's 2nd and 10, and Danville leads at 17-0. A reverse direction for Huber.
There's a sort of like a little inside reverse with the slot back. You fake to the fullback going one way, and the slot back circles around, gets the ball off the handoff, has a big hole as the lineman up front do a little trap block.
Bring up 3rd and 6, and Coombs going to go for the throw, and this is picked off. Tipped at the line of scrimmage, and Higgins watches it float right into his arms for Warrior Run. So the first turnover of the game for Danville, and Warrior Run will go the opposite direction from their own 35-yard line.
Not the fault of Billy Coombe at all. Well thrown ball. He had Lumpkin on a little curling pattern open for first down yardage. The only thing is Danville had 2 receivers in the same area, and I think it was Randy Huber who threw his hand up. It deflected off his hand, and Higgins was there for the interception. Showed good speed running the ball back outside the 30-yard line.
So Warrior Run with a chance to turn things around here and get some momentum going their way. Possibly mount a pretty solid drive here and take it into halftime with some points on the board.
It is key for the Warrior Run defenders to put points on the board on this drive. There's 3.5 minutes left in the first half, and they've got to get some points.
This will be picked off. Timmy Cook picked off by Mike Walters. He was looking for Higgins, who intercepted the last pass, ironically, for Warrior Run, and he just underthrew his man.
Juggling act by Mike Walters there on that ball was right to him. He looked like the intended receiver. The ball was underthrown, but you have to give the Danville defensive front the credit for that, as they had a lot of pressure on him.
And Danville will take what should be their final timeout in this quarter. Winning number being announced here for the game ball.
And all right, the defenders did not go in with the score that they really thought they needed. Now they've got to shut down the Ironmen. Don't let them go on another touchdown. You're down 24-0 going in half. This thing's all but over. And the Ironmen, though, we have 3:31 left on the first half clock. Look for the Ironmen to maybe run the ball here and then try and open up the passing game.
Bill Kuhn will send number 83, Randy Huber, in the slot to the right. And he's got Brent in the backfield. Sends everybody out on the pattern, looking for Huber wide, but thrown out of bounds.
He just overthrew him, pumped it up a little bit. He had him open. He got by the cornerback, and the free safety was late getting over on that play, Higgins.
That'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Danville Ironmen. Ball spotted about the 49-yard line on the Warrior Run side of the field.
One thing you have to remember here, Danville doesn't have any timeouts left. We're getting down near the end of the half, and if it comes down to like the final couple of plays, you got to go for the field goal, play longer than they would have if they still had that extra timeout left.
Kuhn will bring him up with Walters and Brent in. And he hits number 11, Pete Ackerman.
Ackerman was open. He looked off. I guess that was his first receiver. Lumpkin must have been the second receiver. Lumpkin ran the same pattern that time as Huber did on the pass, on the play before, and he was open, although Higgins did get over for that, and it sort of shut it down. It would have been a tough throw.
Lumpkin out, and Brian Brady in for Danville. Full house backfield now for Danville. And Johnny Brent bowls forward for first down yardage.
What Coach Wiley did on that play is he brought Lumpkin out and he brought in 3 fullbacks for the full house backfield on that play, trying to get the third down yardage for first down. That seemed to work. Danville, just a little bit bigger team than Warrior Run out right now, and they're just blowing off the ball and getting good yardage to run with.
Everything Danville doing this evening seems to be working for them.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit on the numb side.
Walters in motion. Fakes to Brent, and Kuhn wanted to throw it out to number 83, Randy Huber, but he just overthrew it.
What happened there is it was a little pump fake. He was going to pump the Lumpkin and then have Huber go into that little slot. And what happened was Huber wasn't open right at the beginning when he first pumped, so then it was off balance, so he threw it. It was on his front foot and just overthrew it.
Huber stays in with the play. Lumpkin will split to the right. Walters and Brent in the backfield. Brent in motion. There's that little trap to Huber. He gets into the secondary. Room plus for the first down. Bill Michael brought him down for the Warrior Run defenders. But first down yardage for Danville.
Again, it was that little inside reverse, and this time plenty of running room for Huber. And nice tackle in the secondary to stop what could have gone for even a longer gain.
It'll be first down from the 25-yard line for Danville. Inside handoff to Brent. That's first down yardage.
And as before in the first quarter when they were running off the left side of the ball, Danville now running off the right side behind the big offensive lineman, and they've just had 2 huge holes to pass 2 times to run through.
About a minute and a half left to go here in the first half of this ball game. It's Danville 17, Warrior Run nothing, as Brent takes it up the middle once again.
And he has first down yardage, and Danville now probably look to throw into the end zone 1 or 2 times as time is running down here late in the first half.
Silvani made the tackle on the last play for the defenders. Rick Silvani. Coombe wants to throw it, and he's got number 30. That's a touchdown for Mike Walters. He was popped by Chris Higgins as soon as he made contact with the football, but he didn't make contact in the end zone, held on, and another 6 for Danville. Nice play.
A big hit by Higgins. He looks like a very good ball player out there for Warrior Run, but a perfect throw by Billy Coombe. And the lineup on that situation, Walters was 3 or 4 yards behind Lumpkin at the split end position. They both went down. Lumpkin cut inside, and Walters just kept going straight down. Cornerback started to go with Lumpkin. Higgins started to come over, but he wasn't in time to stop the pass, and it's a touchdown for the Ironmen.
Hahn chips that one, but it's no good on the extra point. There's something you don't see quite often, but the score is with a minute left here in this first half. 23-0, Danville leading Warrior Run.
Get out of my way a second.
That's got to be a very demoralizing touchdown against the defenders here. They could ill afford to really let Danville go in and score once again. And Danville did go in, made it 23-0, and now if they can just hold off here, Danville will take a 23-0 lead into the locker room at halftime.
Back deep to receive once again is Brumbaugh, Higgins, and McLaughlin for Warrior Run.
Robbie Hahn will be kicking off. 8 for Warrior Run will be Higgins, McLaughlin, and Brumbaugh.
And here it goes, one of those line drives.
Taken by Brumbaugh.
This will be taken by Brumbaugh after fumbling it around a bit. And number 22 for the Ironmen there was going to try and strip the ball. Doug Ferrello maybe run the other direction with it, but Brumbaugh held on to it. And the Warrior Run will start off from the 29-yard line.
Go deep, why not? You have nothing to lose, you're down 23-0. If you just get enough protection for Cook, he's shown the arm, Higgins has shown the ability to get open. Try and go deep and get something here, at least get a field goal on the board before you go into the locker room at halftime.
Cook will bring up the full house backfield of Brumbaugh, Higgins, and Silvani. Pitch goes to Higgins. He's going to try and get out to the outside. This kid's a pretty good runner. That's about a 9-yard run.
39.
I'll tell you, he just lowered his shoulder and ran over the quarterback right there. Just short of first down yardage. And they're just going to probably run the clock out.
So they'll try and get a play off. Higgins a glider. Danville's got too many men on the field. That play will go for naught. Number 35 for Danville, Tony Thakara, trying to get a little extra action in before this first half over. And the play will be called.
5-yard penalty against
2 men on the field, stops the clock and moves the ball up to about the 44-yard line.
first down, 1st and 10.
You've only got about 19 seconds left. So try and go deep. Look for a pass interference call. It's only a 15-yard penalty, but if you get the completion, you can call a timeout. They still have a timeout left, and then they can go into the end zone for one try before trying a field goal.
Higgins is in the slot to the right. Here comes, and it'll be spoiled. A reverse was developing there for Warrior Run. The initial handoff went to number 40, Jamie McLaughlin, and it looked like they were going to give it to Higgins on the handoff, but good penetration on the Danville defense. And at the end of the first half, the score remains 23 for Danville and nothing for the Warrior Run defenders.
That last play before the half, an absolutely superb defensive play by Rob Moore. Came in, read the reverse, but he got to the guy. I mean, he could have tackled them both if they would have handed it to the other guy at the time. He was just there, read the play perfectly.
Tonight's high school football game of the week is brought to you in part by Showtime Audio and Video in Lewisburg. Open 11 a.m. to 9 p.m., 7 days a week. Showtime Audio and Video for great movies and a whole lot more. Choose from quality audio and video equipment with fast credit approval for qualified buyers. Or choose from over 3,000 VHS titles. Discover their daily specials Monday through Thursday. Make tonight a Showtime night. This program is sponsored in part by CSIU TV. Watch educational programming on weekdays or join us at night for programming produced by your neighbors and area students. CSIU TV, your community access channel.
Higgins, Brumbaugh, and McLaughlin deep back for Warrior Run to start off this second half. Danville leads it 23-0 here at Warrior Run High School field. Robbie Hahn will put his big foot into this one.
Very important for the defenders to score here early on, try and cut some momentum down.
Higgins takes it once again on the return, and he's stopped immediately by number 22, Doug Ferrillo. Things will start off for Warrior Run at about the 30-yard line. Probably look to see Warrior Run go to the air here a little bit more in the second half. Pitch is to Higgins. And he won't get very far. Try to get the number on who brought him down.
Fine lead block there by Silvani. And that opened up the way for Higgins to gain 3 to 4 yards. Nice tackle there by Johnny Brent, though, to stop it after only 3 yards.
Brent and Lumpkin in on the stop. Pick up about 3, and it'll be 2nd and 7. And temperature's still dropping here. Cook with a full house backfield. He's looking for number 20. He's got a man open. And Brumbaugh does get himself open and gets out for good yardage and a first down near the 45. Brian Brady on the stop for Danville.
That might have been a touchdown-saving tackle there. There's a nice catch, good play by Cook to roll out, waited for his receiver to get open on the sideline, the receiver then broke a tackle and almost went all the way if it weren't for Brady's shoestring tackle.
Be first down for Warrior Run. Cook looking to pass, and he's got number 40, McLaughlin. All the way down to the 20, and to the air, and Warrior Run having success. Brought down by Richard Yost of Danville.
And here's a little run and shoot passing offense now. Warrior Run trying to get back in it early, and if they can keep the ball in the air and get protection for Cook like they've had in this first series of the second half, they come right back. This game's not over yet, far from it.
This one caught, and that's in bounds from from where we're standing. I would say at least 1, if not 2 feet in bounds had Mr. Brumbaugh in that play.
I'd have to say, yeah, I definitely saw 1, 2, very possibly, and the refs just blew that call. I'd have to say.
Replay on that, Ed?
Our statistician Jerry calling for the replay. Cook's going to go to the air again, and he's got that same receiver open. A beautiful catch, diving by Brumbaugh, but out of bounds and out of the end zone.
Fine try by Brumbaugh. Cook just got pressured out of the pocket by the Danville defensive front, and really just had to throw off his back foot. It was really just throwing it out of bounds.
That'll bring up 3rd down and 10 with 9:44 remaining here in the 3rd quarter for the Warrior Run defenders. But a lot more electric for the defenders here in the second half. Cook looking to throw again, and he's got his man on the catch for Warrior Run. Tackled by Lumpkin brought him down, and it was Fligger on the reception, the tight end for Warrior Run.
Cook showed very good touch on that ball. It's just a little dump pass over the middle. Had two linebackers on it, but he just got it in there enough to Fligger for the completion, and that now brings up a 4th and 4 when the Warriors Warrior Run team will go for the first down here.
Cook's going to throw, and overshot his intended receiver. It looked to be number 40, Jay McLaughlin that time. Just wasn't quite tall enough.
He had McLaughlin open, and we talked about the touch he showed on the pass right before that. Sort of rifled that ball in, and the ball could have been intercepted by Danville strong. Lumpkin being very smart, not picking it off, as he would have been tackled farther back downfield, and Danville got the ball anyhow on downs.
Walters up the middle on that play. And picking up pretty good yardage. They'll bring up second down. And about 4. It is 4 for the Ironmen. About 8.5 minutes left to go here in this third quarter. Lumpkin's out. And I would anticipate it was Huber going in for him. The big back through is John Brent, and he bowls forward for close to the first down.
He's a little bit short in there. Again, they ran the unbalanced line, just running Brent behind him. He's going to probably, I wouldn't be surprised to see that again here, trying to pick up the first down yards. Then they may throw after that. They used that last time in the first half to open up the passing game. They ran the ball, got the touchdown on that, and they came out in the next series and threw the ball and went in for a score.
So it's 3rd and 1. And that same play should produce enough for the first down. Stop on the tackle for Warrior Run that time. It is a first down.
And got to give a little credit here to Warrior Run. I mean, they've seen that formation. You're going to adjust to it, which they have. But, I mean, you're still being hit by 4 or 5 big men up front, and they're still able to stop Brent only 1-2 yard gain there. He just barely got that first down.
Walter in motion, but it stays with Brent. Nice fake by the quarterback. Excuse me, Bill Coombe on that play.
And Brent was hit the line of scrimmage on that play. Nice spin move. He kept his balance and got out for another 5 to 6 yards. So Danville has it 2nd and 4 now from about the 34-yard line of their own.
Brent right up the middle. Loose football. But Danville falls on it again. Bill Michaels had to stop for Warrior Run.
Here again, we're seeing Brent. He's getting hit right on the scrimmage about when he gets the ball, but he has enough confidence in his ability. He spins away and will break a couple tackles and gain that extra yardage. That's what a good back is able to do.
Coach Wilder's got to be pleased with that. It's 1st and 10 from the 37 for Danville. Walter in motion to the right once again. And the throw goes to the big tight end. Number 92, Rob Millar. That's first down yardage. Pick up about 13 yards on that play. Hit him coming right across the middle, Craig.
Beautifully thrown ball by Coombe there. They set Water in motion again. Lumpkin out there, double teamed. Usually you look for Lumpkin to break in and Water to go deep down there. They had that little seam open with the tight end as everybody flowed over that side to guard Lumpkin and Water when they set the man in motion. And the Water's coming off a little bit shaken up as he took a shot to the knee. But Danville got the first down on a fine throw by Coombe and a great catch by Millar.
Indeed, and it is first down. Walter in motion to the right side. A little misdirection, and Huber will pick up about 5 or so on the play, and Carl Stamm brought him down for the Warrior Run defenders. Good first hit.
Once again, they ran the little inside reverse there. Danville using a variety of plays here to throw the ball, run the ball. Very well balanced tonight, and it's showing on the scoreboard right now.
And with the score 23-0, it's about 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Danville over Warrior Run. Coombs going to throw, and he's got number 9, Sean Lumpkin, for the first down near the 30-yard line.
Boy, a very diverse passing game here by Ironmen. Coombe on that play just sprinted out to the right side, pump fake, looking like he was going a deep man down the sideline, which was Walters, who went in motion, and he found Lumpkin as underneath receiver, and they got the first down.
Here on the roof for Monday Night Football with WFA Productions. Brian Styler with Greg Betts. And it's Danville over Warrior Run at this point, 23-0. Inside handoff goes to Brent. He'll drag a few people for another first down yardage. Higgins in on the tackle, along with number 88, Pete Vargo.
Big hole again there open by the Danville offensive line. We've been informed that Brent had 76 yards or 78 yards on 16 carries at the half. He's getting very close to that 100-yard mark, and he's just running over people tonight.
Real workhorse he is. 41 in motion for Danville. And Coombs going to get a pass off. Tying Quayle, but Huber hauls it in at about the 10-yard line. That won't be enough for the first down. It'll be about 2nd and 1 or 2. Brumbaugh brought him down, along with Silvani for Warrior Run.
Boy, the brakes are just going Danville's way right now. That pass was tipped at the line of scrimmage, went through, and there's a Danville receiver right in the area to make the catch and go. I mean, that ball's tipped enough that and if there's a Warrior Run player there, he goes all the way, and this game's now 23-7. Looks like Danville's calling another timeout here.
Coach Wally may be wanting to slow things down at this point.
And now, Brian, you know, confidence is a big thing in football. And this Danville team, a very confident bunch right now. They don't think they can lose. And after a big victory last week against Mifflinburg, where they won 6-0, they scored with 58 seconds left in the game on a very, very sloppy track. And they also had a big win early in the season against North Schuylkill, 3-0 on a last-second field goal. So they've won 2 games this season out of 3 in the final minute of play in the fourth quarter. It's just a confidence builder for this team, and they're really showing they are going to be a tough team for later on in the season.
About 3.5 minutes left in the third quarter. And once again, Warrior Run with their backs to the goal line. Fullback Brent right up the middle. They may have to measure for the first down.
Again, whenever Danville needs the 2 to 3 tough yards to get the first down or even a touchdown, they go to that unbalanced line with Brent behind it. And looks like he did get the first down here. Danville has it now 1st and goal inside the 10.
It's called Shea, 10 up the Pirates.
It'll be on the 6. Coombe on the keeper. He's going to try and outrun the defense, and he'll be brought down about the 2-yard line, smeared by 4 Warrior Run defenders. In on the tackle, names such as Harriman and Chris Higgins once again.
That time they've been running the unbalanced line, giving it to Brent all the time up the middle, trying to mix up the Warrior Run defense here. He faked to Brent, he just took it himself, but a swarm of Warrior Run tacklers knocked him out of bounds at about the 2-yard line, just short of the touchdown. He may try that again and go to the other side this time.
It'll be 2nd and goal. Ball rests on the 1. And maybe too much time.
Offsides against Danville again. Sort of a costly mistake there. That moves them down there at the 2-yard line on a second down. Now you have a second down and 7. You could have thrown the ball on that play if you really wanted to. And then you could have always ran with that unbalanced line. Danville's been able to do whatever they wanted behind that unbalanced line today. You could have taken a chance of trying to throw the ball, and now you're just going to probably run 3 times. You're not going to go for the field goal this late.
Although Hahn more than willing to make up for that missed extra point. Johnny Brent right up the middle. And he'll pick up about 2 or 3.
Even at 3 yards a shot behind that unbalanced line, Danville should be able to get in here. Now 3rd and 3 as he picked up 3 on that play. Bringing Millar back in. You have a big offensive front. The last couple of times they've run that unbalanced line, they brought in Brian Brady and other fullbacks. So they've been going with 3 fullbacks in the backfield once again, with Brent getting the ball most of the time.
And Brent's going to try and throw it. He's got Walters standing up. Rob Millar, excuse me.
That play right there, he had 2 men open, and I think the ball was originally intended for number 11, Pete Ackerman, who was open behind the secondary. Millar's just a little bit bigger, stuck his big paw up and caught the ball for the touchdown, and Danville now has a 30-0 lead, looking to make it 31, as Hahn drills the extra point. It's good, and Danville now leads 31-0 late in the 3rd quarter.
30.
With 2:21 left in the 3rd quarter of play, the score 31-0 in favor of Danville here at Warrior Run High School Stadium.
For Warrior Run, we got a 20 drill ball, 24. That's it. 40.
Same 3 back deep for Warrior Run. Greg, I've been noticing that Hahn has been sort of line driving the kickoffs, not getting much arch on him. Is he afraid of the big run back?
I believe the coach is afraid of the big run back, perhaps. I don't know. I was talking to Hahn's father at halftime, and he's really not sure why Robbie's not kicking deep like he can. He's just doing those squib kicks. They're trying to avoid the big return to get Warrior Run back in the ball game. I think it's a solid play.
So he proves me wrong. And it'll be taken by Higgins at the 5-yard line. Big hole right up the middle. Higgins he's got 1 man to beat. And he will not be brought down. Chris Higgins, 95-yard touchdown on the kickoff.
Just as we said it, Brian, he kept, he doesn't want to kick deep because he doesn't want the big return against him. He's been squibbling all night. Nothing major has happened to him. Hahn just really laid back and really got a foot into him this time, and Higgins showed what he could do in the open field once he got by everybody. A 95-yard kickoff return for a touchdown, and that's the first touchdown scored this year against the Danville Ironmen.
Been waiting almost 2 games for that, and Coach Wiley not very happy on the sidelines. Higgins finally exploding for major yardage.
Timeout. Warrior Run.
So while we're waiting for an extra point, timeout was called by Warrior Run. Maybe thinking about going for 2 here. Every point counts.
You never know. Put 2 points on the board. It's a confidence builder. This game's, all but over, really. You'd have to think 31-8, and the offense really not doing anything. It's just been a kick return. It's gotten points on the board against this Danville team tonight. But you never know. With Chris Higgins in that lineup, he's a very explosive ball player, as we just saw, able to catch some passes, run the ball. If they can get something put together, get a little comeback going here. May not be able to come back and win the game, but get some confidence going into that next game.
Warrior Run will attempt a 2-point conversion.
It will be the two-point conversion off the full house backfield. Cook's looking and underthrown. He had his man open.
Headed for Brookball.
Broomball was open, but he just put it in the dirt.
You know, they tried it. No big deal that you didn't make it there. You're still trying 31-6 to 31-8. It's the difference of 2 points. If you make the kick, it's the difference of 1 point. You're not going to get back in the game that way. Let's go for the extra points, and you really can't blame anybody for that.
So back deep to return this kick for Danville is number 82, Earl Lynn, and also number 41, Richard Yost.
Number 82, Yost, number 41, for Danville. Back to do the kicking for Warrior Run will be Higgins, number 24.
And Higgins is going to kick. He doesn't get much rest. He's on the field and in on a lot of plays. Very good ball player all around.
Watch for the onside kick here, Brian. You're never, we're not out of it yet. Why not try to pull out all the stops here?
I was thinking the same thing myself. Buddy boots at the distance, and Yost takes it. Got a nice wall in front of him, reverses direction, and he almost broke it right up the field. Brought down by Higgins. And number 84, Steve Cope.
We saw Yost almost break a punt all the way back for a touchdown in the first quarter. And right there, he showed a little bit of mobility, bringing the ball out to the 41-yard line. Danville with excellent field position once again.
Well, this evening's crowd still remaining here. Neither the cold nor the score has chased them away. Messed up play. And Coombe not going anywhere. Roger Harriman brought him down in the backfield.
Little mix-up in the backfield. Nobody went for the handoff, and Coombe was left standing there with the ball. You know, nothing you can do. Just try to get outside of containment. Nice play there by Harriman to bring him down for the loss.
We're going to be second down, 17.
And Coach Wiley still extolling his players to stay mentally in this ball game. I'll bring up a second down and 17. Jason Hort with the carry that time, his first carry of the evening. And he picks up pretty good yardage. Back past the original line of scrimmage, but it'll be third down.
Just a little off-tackle play. It brings it about 3rd and 8. They'll probably go to the air, I'd have to think here. Unless they're just, you know, you don't want to rub it in and try and run the score up. They're still out here to play football, execute fundamentally. They'll probably go to the air.
Ackerman in the slot to the right. Coombe fakes the handoff, and he's looking for Lumpkin and almost picked off. Nice defensive play by number 20, Jamie McLaughlin.
And a well-thrown ball, that's a tough pass to throw. You're going all the way across the field. You got to get out there on a rope. The ball, the only problem with that pass is it was in the air too long. Not Coombe's fault, it's just a pattern that they had Rux throw on the left hash mark.
So the punting unit will be out. I believe the first time tonight that the punting unit's been out for Danville. And Hahn will put his big foot into it. Well, maybe not as much a punter as a kicker. Fair catch called for and taken by Pete Vargo. And Warner Run will try and get things going from their own 40-yard line. With about 11 seconds remaining here in the third quarter, it's 30-6. Danville over Warrior Run.
Warrior Run's just got to try and play, you know, fundamentally sound football here for the final quarter and, you know, 11 seconds. Try and put some points on the board. Just show people that they can, you know, show the people on the team that they can play with the best of the, you know, best in the area. Not saying that Danville is one of the better teams yet. They will be maybe even at the end of the year.
Cook looking to throw, and he's got number 86 wide open. That's Dan Flieger, his big tight end. That's first down yardage, and Warrior Run having their biggest success through the air this evening.
Especially in the second half, they're getting a lot more protection for Cook, and he's getting receivers open against that Danville secondary. And, you know, if they could have started doing this earlier on in the game, maybe it wouldn't have been much of a runaway as it was at the half.
That'll do the end of the third quarter. Still 32-6. Danville in the lead.
That is the end of the football players or cheerleaders
Cook brings the full house backfield up.
in the cafeteria.
And the pitch to Sean McLaughlin. Picks up about 8 on that play. And that'll bring up second down for Warrior Run. Horde on the tackle with there for Danville.
They're just getting good penetration off the ball right now, starting to move the ball against the Danville defense. You know, small confidence builders, I've been saying. You know, just move the ball, show people that you can play. You know, it's going to come back and help them later on in the season, especially if they can put it in once or twice here in the fourth quarter.
Pitch once again to McLaughlin. He's stood up and he breaks free. They're not going to catch him. This is another touchdown for Warrior Run. Sean McLaughlin, beautiful play, bouncing off the first tackle after he had room for the first down yardage. And another 6 for Warrior Run. With 11:14 remaining in this ball game, they're looking like getting back in it.
Fine effort there by McLaughlin. Came off, got hit, and he really got stood up by the linebacker. Linebacker just hit him, though. Didn't wrap the arms around him. He was able to break loose to the opposite side. Everybody was over the left side for Danville, and he had nobody around him as he raced down the sideline for the touchdown.
I look at going for 2 again on the extra point for Warrior Run. And they will attempt 2. Cook brings the full house backfield up. Looking to throw, he's got a man open, and Higgins all alone at the back of the end zone for 2.
So now if you look at the Warrior Run sideline, I don't know if they have the camera on or not, but we can see there's a lot of enthusiasm over there. You know, they're getting a little bit back in the game. It's 31-14. You're still down by 17. You know, not out of the question, but still. You know, they have a good chance at getting back into this, not back into the ballgame, but they're showing people that they're able to score. I mean, that was a fine individual effort by McLaughlin on a touchdown. He's got the 2-point conversion. And Danville's got to watch themselves right now. They can't have a mental breakdown late in the game. Coach Wiley's got to be a little bit disappointed at the 2 touchdowns they've given up right now.
It's not the same team that we saw in the first half.
And Lumpkin deep for the Ironmen.
But the score 32-14. And there's still a little bit of time left. Back deep is Lumpkin and a squib kick. Warrior Run's part. Ackerman falls on it at the 37-yard line, and that's where Danville will start this drive.
Smart play by Ackerman. Don't be anything fancy with the ball. You're not going to pick it up. If you pick it up and you get through the defense, fine. The first thing you want to do is make sure you have the ball. Has a little rolling and a lot of English on the ball. Just fall on it. Make sure you get possession.
So at least Danville playing smart ball all throughout the game.
Look for Coach Wiley to run the ball here and just try to run this clock down. They've had a lot of success running the ball. You're not going to do anything fancy like going to the air. You're just going to run it and run the clock out.
Walters gets the bye up to the 40-yard line. Pick up about 3 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 7. Brought down by Carl Stamm and Bill Michael. This score just in, Berwick over Wyoming area 9-0. to the big fullback, Brent, and he's got about 3 or 4.
Warrior Run really pumped up now. They're stopping Brent, stopping that offensive line from getting a lot of penetration off the ball, standing people up and making tackles after only gains of 2 and 3 yards.
And I don't doubt that they actually believed, as Ted McFerrin's crew, that they can still win this one. And a very, very good attitude to have, especially after the first half. Brent doesn't make it for the first down. Got about 2, but it'll be about a yard short of the first down.
Sort of lost his footing on a slippery turf, sort of. But again, the Warrior Run defense was there to shut him down. It looks like Coach Wiley's going to go for it. I don't blame him here. He's got yardage off that unbalanced line all night with the 3 fullbacks. He just sent the other fullback in right now, bringing out the wide receiver. I look for that play right here for the first down yardage.
It is number 55, Brian Brady. Full house backfield with the 3 fullbacks. Give this to Brent. And they're going to have to measure this for the first down. I don't believe he got it. Neither do you, Greg.
Boy, that's a great play by Warrior Run. The only thing that Danville did differently on that play is they sort of ran off to the right side where there was only one slot back in the center instead of going over to behind everybody who was over on that left side. I think he's short.
Rick Silvani sticking his head in there for Warrior Run and just holding things up. The Warrior Run sideline celebrating with good cause. Danville does not get it on 4th down, and they've got to be pumped at this point. They put another 7 or maybe 8 on the board, and we've got a game going. 9:04 left here in the final quarter of play. It's 30-14, Danville over Warrior Run, but as we said, it's not over yet. Cook brings up. He's looking, he's got a man open, and the flag will be thrown. That's interference on Danville.
That ball couldn't have been caught, though. The receiver stopped, and just when he jumped up, the Danville guy jumped in him. That's why the flag was thrown. And it's going to be a 15-yard penalty. Warrior Run has the ball now at the, I guess it was only a 5-yarder, automatic first down. Warrior Run has the ball at the Danville 32-yard line.
Kind of a technical situation there, but nonetheless, it's another 5 yards. That'll bring up 1st and 10 once again. 32-yard line of the Ironmen. And everything's going Danville's way right now. Or Warrior Runs, excuse me. Cook getting a little bit of pressure here, but he's got his tight end number 88, Pete Vargo. Lumpkin on the tackle for Danville, but very close to a first down.
Fargo just came off the line of scrimmage in that short little seam in front of linebackers. No play action, so the linebackers took their drop. Everybody was looking for Higgins deep for the touchdown, perhaps, and Vargo just got in between them, just short of the first down after a pickup of 9.
It'll be 2nd and 1, full house backfield for Warrior Run. Cook to the air again, and he's got his man open, and he can't hang on to it. He had Brumbaugh open, number 20, and Lumpkin just got in there as he tried to juggle it in the end zone. That would have been a very pretty pass.
Very pretty pass indeed by Cook. Laid it right on the hands, and Brumbaugh just bobbled it. Lumpkin got there to separate it from the ball a little late. He got by Lumpkin, though. Not many people in this area do that. Lumpkin very speedy. But Warrior Run showing you a lot right here, coming back after being down 30-0. They're on the verge of going in for another score, making it 30-21. You never know.
They could pull that off right again. It is cold here this evening, so maybe some frozen hands on the part of McLaughlin. We'll bring up 3rd down and about 1. Stick to the ground here, Greg, and get your first down.
You got to. That was, second one, you figure you're going to be able to get it on the ground on a 3rd and 1 play. That's why they went to the on the last play. Full house backfield should be able to get it for him here.
It's the first back through, and he's got plenty of room and a first down. Rick Silvani, first down. Defenders are fired up.
Looks like Danville coach John Wally wants a timeout. Not very pleased with his defense right now. And Warrior Run's just marching down the field on them. They're worried about a pass interference call. But, I mean, Cook's gotten plenty of time to throw, showed a very good arm, a very good touch. And they should really be in the end zone right now if Brumbaugh did not drop that pass in the end zone.
I'm checking my figures right. Danville has probably one timeout left, and that's not really too instrumental at this point, but should Warrior Run take it in here, maybe get another quick score, maybe even tie this up. That could be important later, but probably better to take your timeout right now and use it to prevent Warrior Run from scoring at this point.
Danville's got to keep them out of the end zone right here. They go in for the score and get even 1 or 2 points there. That makes it 21-22-30. You're down by 8. I have to imagine they go for 2, so then another touchdown with 2-point conversion would tie it. And then they go for the onside kick. I'd have to imagine to get the ball back. And the way they're moving the ball, this game's not over.
Cook back to throw once again. And he's got Higgins wide open in the end zone. That's a score for Warrior Run. Number 24, Chris Higgins all alone behind the secondary. Nice call.
Well, I'll tell you, beautifully thrown ball by Cook. He had plenty of time. Higgins got behind everybody. I don't know what Danville was doing there. Missed assignment somewhere, and they're going to go for 2, I think, here and get it 30-22. And look out, it's not over.
Coach Wiley wiping his eyes on the sideline. They will go for the 2. Probably go to the air with it. Cook is looking for a man open, and it's broken up. He didn't have a whole lot to throw to there, Greg.
Okay, and, you know, you had to go for the 2. The fact that you missed it, you're still down by 2 scores. You're down by 10. It's a field goal and a touchdown. If you go for the 1, you're still down by those 2 scores, although a field goal and a touchdown will win it for you, but you really don't have a lot of time left for 2 scores. There's about 8 minutes, 14 seconds left, and Warrior Run's come out and put 20 points on the board here in 6 minutes of the 4th quarter.
It is 20 for Warrior Run and 30 for Danville, and Warrior Run definitely putting themselves back into this ball game. Back deep is Lumpkin and Lynn for Danville. And the Chickalooly Braves, we just heard, have still not scored this season. 4 games in a row without scoring. They just can't seem to muster offense, my alma mater. Danville taking, I believe, their final timeout in this quarter.
I don't know what happened there. There was some kind of mix-up. Coach Wiley really upset when he came off the sideline there to go out and talk to his troops. I mean, you don't want to call a timeout following a touchdown. On a play, they scored a touchdown on a play following a timeout. Danville had too many men on the field, I believe, or something. And Wiley's really giving it to his team right there, pumping him up. The 2 scores down, you got to go for the onside kick here, I'd have to imagine. I mean, Danville could just run the ball and run this clock out, perhaps. And
there's an attempt,
and the ball's bouncing around.
not too effective, though.
And I think that was Johnny Brent. I'm not sure.
So Danville will start things off from about the 31, 32-yard line. Tony Thakara landing on the ball for Danville.
Again, smart play, you know, just make sure you get possession of the ball. You don't want that out there. It's a live ball if nobody even touches it because it goes that 10 yards on the kickoff. Just get the ball, get possession, and let the offense take charge right now.
The offense will be brought up by Bill Kuhn. He's got Walter and Brent in the backfield. Give us to Walter. Second man through, he's got a hole. Pickup of about 8 or 9. Second down.
Danville offensive line's got to get fired up here and start blowing some people off the ball if they look to run this clock out. You know, they're going to go in for the score. They got the punt. We'll have at least one more possession of this game.
certainly gaining a lot of respect is Warrior Run from this basically a fourth quarter drive for 20 points. Very impressive. Motion by Danville, jumping on the left side of the line. Number 74, Rich Grenley, the tackle.
I'll tell you what's also really impressive. This is a Danville defense that hadn't given up a point in 3 games, and they played a tough North Schuylkill team, a tough Mifflinburg team. Mifflinburg team that put 51 points on the board the week before coming into Danville. Warriors put 14 points on the board on offense, and they've just shown Danville they can play.
Loose ball from Walter. Warrior Run's got that football, and they're coming back fired up. The sideline explodes, and all those fans that stayed are getting quite a treat.
What happened on the play is Walter got the ball, and somebody's foot from the defense, somebody was being blocked, his foot came up, kicked the ball out of Walter's head, and there was somebody right there for Warrior Run to pounce on it. They had the ball at the 34-yard line, and this game, a touchdown here, you're down by 3 at the most, and you still have about 5 minutes left.
So no one leave their seat. Pitch goes back to McLaughlin, and he's upended. But close to a first down. Pickup of 9, we'll call it 2nd and 1. It's getting interesting.
Well, he just ran over the defensive back there, put his head down, looked for the extra yardage. They're really fired up now, Warrior Run. And the way Cook's been throwing the ball, they may go to the air on this 2nd down and short play.
You were saying something about the little plays getting the team fired up earlier. It seems to be working for Warrior Run. Cook brings the full house backfield up and flags a fly. Probably delay of game. It'll be against Warrior Run. They don't seem affected though.
Well, that sort of changes your strategy now. You had a shot to go into the end zone on 2nd and short play. Now you got about 2nd and 6. And, you've got to get in the end zone. I'll look for him to throw anyhow. If you don't make the first down, it doesn't matter. You've got to get in the end zone.
Cook will go to the air, and he's hit immediately. I look for interference there. There you've got it. Cook hit immediately as he got the ball off, attempting a pass for number 86, Dan Flieger, his tight end, and bumped by the defender, Strawn Lumpkin.
The off-throwing ball again. It probably would have been completed if Lumpkin didn't trip him up. They threw the flag, and Danville's a little upset at that call, and I can understand it sort of. Lumpkin was not looking back for the ball. He was looking at the receiver. That's why they called it. But he just got a speed tackle if he really didn't try to interfere with him. But if you tried or not, it doesn't matter. It's a first down Warrior Run at the Danville 17-yard line.
Cook going to the air once again and thrown behind. Flags thrown. Looks like somewhere we'd hear a holding call, and you'd hate to see Warrior Run self-destruct right here.
It was a late flag also. Cook just threw the ball to the wrong shoulder. We talked about that earlier with Coon, where he had rollers on the sideline, threw it to the right shoulder instead of left shoulder to the outside. He did the same thing here, threw it to the outside instead of the inside, and the ball was just incompleted.
So a Wilgo is holding against the Ironmen. So that just basically negates the interference play. Let's get our time and space straight here. It's still a first down, or rather a second down, excuse me. And about 22 yards, call it, with 5:58 remaining here in the game. Cook pitches back to McLaughlin. Pretty good yardage.
Yeah, good yardage, a safe play, I guess you'd say. Plays up 3rd and about 14 now, though. You got to go to the air. Danville, right here, look for a possible whistle. Just pin back theirs, go right after the quarterback. Try not to give him time to find an open receiver against the one-on-one defensive coverage if they bring the blitz.
And if Warrior Run's anticipating that, I'd say send Mr. Higgins to the secondary once again. He's in the slot. Cook's got him open. He's going for him. And it is not caught. Hit once by a Danville defender, once by Higgins, and he tried to catch it on the way down, but Sean Lumpkin got his hands in there.
Fine effort by Higgins there. He had the ball. He went up with Lumpkin, knocked away, almost got around the rebound, was unable to get it. Key to that play there was Rob Millar for Danville. Put a lot of pressure on the Cook and made him throw off his back foot. That's why it was just a little bit short on the pass.
Now we're finally going to get our signals straight. It's third down and 16 for the Warrior Run defenders. We're on the offense right now and moving. Flea flicker, busted play. Cook can't do much with this. Throws it behind his tight end. Busted play, Greg.
I don't know. It looks like there might have been a flag thrown. I'm not sure. Warrior Run sideline. Oh, and it's going to be offsetting personal foul penalties on the play. They went to a little razzle-dazzle the last play. Might have worked, except the pitch back from McLaughlin never got the Cook. He was rushed in, had a lot of pressure, tried to dump it off. Even if he does complete the pass, they don't get the first down. And it's going to be an offsetting personal foul penalty now, I think, against both teams, which will mean nothing. And it'll remain fourth down. It was after the play, so it'll be fourth down from about the 30 or 23-yard line.
Well, they haven't moved the down markers yet. And now it's being walked off against Danville. So it's 3rd and 6. You tell me.
I thought after, when I saw Warrior Run get offset on the sideline, I saw the referee signal both ways for offsetting penalties. And he just called a roughing the passer, I suppose. And it's fourth down because there was a dead ball foul, which is what I thought would happen. They had the ball now at the 12-yard line. Got to go to the end zone. But still, if you can't get in the end zone, at least get the first down.
And Warrior Run takes a timeout after all that confusion. Got 5 minutes remaining in this ball game. The score 32-20. Monday Night Football here, WFA Productions. I'm Brian Starr with Greg Betts. And we're going to call this one to the end.
You got to wonder what the Warrior Run field goal kicker's like. We haven't seen them all game, but if they don't make it here, do you go for the field goal being down by 2 scores anyhow? Try and get the throw on the board, an onside kicker, force another turnover, then you go for the touchdown, 2-point conversion wins it for you.
I'm sold. We'll see what happens. It is fourth down and they go for it. Fake to Higgins. Rob Millar bringing Tim Cook down. And Warrior Run has to give up the ball on downs. That's got to be disappointing.
Big play by Millar. Nobody picked him up off his left end spot. Just had enough speed to get Cook around the ankles for the sack. And that's a big momentum change right now. Danville should be able to run out the clock. Warrior Run only has 1 timeout left. If they just pound the ball in, pound it down their throats, they should be able to run the clock out and get out of here with a victory that everybody thought they had early on. Warrior Run made it close, but Danville should come out with the victory now.
And they've got the backfield to do it. There's the man, John Brent. Pickup of about 2 or 3 yards on the carry. Ross Rothermel on the tackle for Warrior Run that time.
Another thing, in order to run the clock out and pound it down their throats, you got to hang on to it. Can't afford a turnover.
Kuhn gives the ball to Mike Walters, and he gets about a yard. They'll bring up a third down.
sort of looked like a broken play. Coombe had to take 3 to 4 steps back before giving the ball at the Waters. He only got a yard or 2 out of the play. Danville's sort of out of sync right now in their offense.
Maybe not still mentally in the game. It's an official timeout. Looks like some equipment problems for some of the Danville players. Maybe big Rob Millar. Things straightened out for Danville. Walter in motion. Coombe's gonna throw. And he's got that little shot over the middle to Randy Huber. That'll be a first down.
It's been there all night, Brian. Huber had a little difficulty getting off the line of scrimmage. Coombe showed a lot of patience there holding the ball until he did clear the line and just dumped it off to him. Sort of like a little running play, except he just a little shovel pass out, and he was able to get first down yardage. Big first down for the Ironmen. He was about over the 30-yard line, plus it gives him another 4 downs and a lot of time to run off.
Hand off to Walter again. Shoulder knee pads go flying. That'll put him out to about the 39-yard line and bring up a second down.
He had a big hole to run through. The Danville offensive line did their job. The others just slipped as he was coming out of the motion before he got the ball. That sort of hampered his progress forward.
Official timeout. Very quick timeout, little organization purposes, I guess, for the officials. And picking his way through the line, Walters, not enough for the first, got about 3 there. He'll bring up third and about 2. Brought down by the heart of the Warrior Run defensive line. Bill Michael, principal. He's been on a lot of plays this evening. Seems he's the defensive standout for Ted McFerrin's crew. 3rd and 2. There's Johnny Brent. He's got lots of running room. He cuts and slashes his way up a pickup of about 15 yards on the play, and it's first down, Danville.
They won't Dan balance line again. He went right over the center, though. Nice block by Jason Fitt to clear the hole through, right through, gained the first down. With less than 2 minutes left, that should about do it because Warrior Run, I believe, only has 1 timeout left.
We do have about a minute and a half remaining here in this ball game. It's Danville 30 and Warrior Run 20. And Warrior Run showing a lot here in this 4th quarter. Danville showing a lot throughout the whole ball game. Both teams have a lot of promise. There goes Mr. Brent again for about 11 and another first down. I'd say that ought to put him over 100 yards for the evening.
He's had a big evening for the Ironmen offensively, running the ball. It's been the heart and soul of the Danville running game tonight. Mike Walters has gotten a lot of carries also, but Johnny Brent's been the main factor back there. That's another first down for the Ironmen. They're moving down. Field goal races, as we know, but still, I mean, just run out the clock and the game will be over.
And on a very chilly evening. Handoff is to Brent again. Pick up of about 9 on the play, and he's just eating people alive. Had a bit of a rest there on that last set of downs, and now he's coming at him. He wants to finish this game in a big way.
Warrior's not putting anybody over center. They're just giving the ball to Brent right up the middle, and the center's going out getting a linebacker, and Brent has 9 or 10 yards to run to.
A lot of movement there. Kummel down at 9.876 that'll wrap up this game, potentially. 4 seconds left. Warrior Run takes its final timeout, and it's just a matter of time now.
Warrior Run timeout.
Sort of wrap things up this evening, and what we've seen has been a few early miscues kind of lapsing back for Warrior Run into some of their old patterns, and Danville showing that they're certainly a team to be reckoned with these days. Warrior Run also looking impressive in this final quarter, and both teams seem to have a lot of promise. Standout players on the team, of course, Johnny Brent for Danville, but Chris Higgins looking scintillating for the Warrior Run defenders in offense and defense this evening.
Very strange game. Danville controlled the tempo, controlled everything for the first 3 quarters. Warrior Run got the kick return from Higgins after the last Danville touchdown. Just really got back into the ballgame, fought back. This is the most points they've scored in the ballgame this year. The most given up by Danville also. Also the most points scored by the Danville team this year.
And that'll do it. And the final score from Warrior Run High School field, Danville Ironmen 30, the Warrior Run Defenders 20. Everyone have a very good evening. For Greg Betts, I'm Brian So. This is WFA Productions. Good night.
Tonight's high school football game of the week is brought to you in part by Showtime Audio and Video in Lewisburg. Open 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. 7 days a week. Showtime Audio and Video for great movies and a whole lot more. Choose from quality audio and video equipment with fast credit approval for qualified buyers. Or choose from over 3,000 VHS titles. Discover their daily specials Monday through Thursday. Make tonight a Showtime night.